Madison is with us in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, Madison, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Hi, George. It's an honor and a privilege. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, thank you. How can we help today?
It's actually a career question. I'm 27 years old. I'm a registered nurse. I just left my specialty of 7 years for what I thought was my dream job. I thought I was leaving for a job that was a perfect fit, and I was super excited to start, but I'm slowly realizing that it's a very toxic work environment, and it's not what I signed up for. I've pretty much decided that it's not a good fit for me mentally and physically. I'm just asking of how I need to proceed to leave on the best terms possible.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So you got another gig. You got another gig you can go to, obviously, in nursing, right?
Yes. And I'm trying to find something that I'm honestly passionate about. I think the most frustrating part about all of this is that I really felt like I put the time into making sure that this was a good fit for me to move into my career.
What'd you miss?
I'm sorry?
What did you miss?
Leadership.
Okay.
Leadership. I think that's my biggest problem right now, and that's something that I can't change.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, if you stepped in a trap once before, I would want to know what that trap looks like and smells like if you're going through the forest again, right?
Yes, and I do feel like I've learned a lot in this experience. It's just I need to leave. It's not a good fit.
Okay.
How would you describe the environment? You're saying it's a toxic workplace. There's not good leadership. What does that look like in the day-to-day?
Chaos. I really feel kind of the backstory of this is that the person that is training me, he actually fired, and I am now expected to step into this position. Too many icky things have happened, and I just don't feel right about it. It's just not who I want to be working under as somebody who wants to be in a leadership position.
Okay, so you've got people that are struggling with integrity, they're struggling with communication, they're struggling with organizational skills. So we know who they are, and you cannot control how they react, although we can fairly predict it.
Yes,
I mean, who you just described to me is probably not going to react with class.
No, and I've already seen it.
Yeah. So that doesn't change who you are. It just states who they are. And so the only thing you can do is don't expect an alligator to do anything but be an alligator. Number one. So don't set your expectations that regardless of what you do, that somehow you're going to make these people be something other than toxic, because they're probably going to react in a toxic manner. Just be ready for that. Brace yourself, right? That doesn't define you. That defines them. And that doesn't also, on the second part of the equation then, is it also doesn't dictate how you handle this. You handle this not based on them, but based on you. You're a person of class. You're a person of integrity. And so you're going to be that person here. And so you're going to be calm and kind and direct. And by the way, there's no reason to critique them on the way out. It will do no good.
Should I offer advice if they ask for it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. That's just standard exit interview crap that they're not going to take the advice, or they would have already been doing all these things. I personally don't believe in exit interviews. We do them at Ramsey because a bunch of my leadership team disagrees with me, and I acquiesced and let them do them. But I don't need an exit interview. I'm staying. I'm going to keep it being who I am, and I don't really give a crap what your opinion is if you're leaving. So that's me. That may be toxic, but it is what it is. I'm staying. You're not. So why do I care what you think? So anyway, besides that, these people aren't going to listen. And you're no longer my point of that whole rant was you're not in a position of credibility once you've quit to influence decisions there. The only way you can influence decisions there is staying with your shoulder to the wheel. But once you've decided to leave, you're not in a position of influence.
So do what's best for me and my family.
Yeah, very quickly, quietly, calmly, with as few sentences and as few things in writing as possible. other than just thank you for the opportunity. This whole situation is just different than I thought it was. It doesn't line up with the way I think, and I can't do this, and I am so sorry. And gosh, thank you for letting me try, and thank you for the opportunity, and I've accepted a thing at another place. Bye. And it's just really, 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 really short.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This gave me a lot of guidance.
Yeah, just be very, very kind and quiet and quick. The decision's made. There's nothing that's going to change the decision by having a long discussion, and you're going to get drawn into their web of garbage if you start having a discussion about it. Because you're gone.
Thank you.
You're gone. You already told me you're gone. There's nothing they can do that'll make you stay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the decision's made. It's just now a matter of executing it. And again, you're a person of class, a person of integrity. So leave with lots of class and smile and grateful. Thank you for letting me try this. I'm so sorry it didn't work out. And gosh, I wish you guys the best. I hope everything works well. And, good luck with your toxic bad self. And so...
Well, a lot of people feel like I owe my employer all of this when I'm leaving, and so it's like a breakup when you're a teenager. You don't want to drag it out and make it this big emotional process. If it's done, it's done, and we have to be adults and just move on.
And truthfully, the same is true on the other side of the coin. The way we train leadership here, and the way we train entree leaders is, if you're going to work with someone and give that person a bunch of input, do that before you fire them. So we're going to work together. We're going to have some difficult conversations. We're going to say this activity, this behavior, this attitude, whatever it is, that has to change. You're going to do better. You're going to prosper if you adopt these character qualities. We're going to walk with you and help you and coach you. And if you don't, then you can't be a we, because we do it this way. And so we're going to talk about being a we, talk about it. But once we've decided that the relationship as far as employment is going to end, the exit for the person is about 1.5 minutes long.
As quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's just, we've been talking about this, and I'm so sorry, but we don't think it's going to work anymore, and today's your last day. And so HR will help you with the paperwork, and we've agreed to give you a severance of this much. And gosh, any way we can help you out there in the world, we'll help you any way we can, but we don't believe that there's a change is going to happen anymore. And just boom. It's
the quiet quitters do not survive that, Dave.
No, we don't do. It's very, very loud. Not in the sense of yelling, but it's very crystal clear. And long before we got to quiet firing, or it wouldn't be quiet firing, it would be loud firing, a direct, clear firing.
There we go.
Long before we got that with a quiet quitter, we would have had these discussions like
coaching and
this idea
90-day plans.
Mediocrity is your goal. You ain't a we. We don't do mediocrity. We're going for excellence. We're trying to win the Super Bowl. So you're not going to fit in. We go for it. And so if you want to be a we, you got to go for it. And we would have had that discussion, and then the quiet quitting would have ceased.